Good morning, sirs and ma'ams, and all our dear spokes. So good to see you again, this time in a new, back at our home. And every semester end, I wait for this event to see the old familiar faces, and some of them come and say, "Ma'am, last time active the, इस बार A हो गए हैं, इस बार double A हो गए हैं." It feels so good, honestly, and to see all of you who have joined us all the way from Jammu, Punjab. Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. It's your day today for all the effort that you have put in, for all the hard work that you do throughout the semester. So once again, a very warm welcome, and I hope you enjoy this event as much as we like hosting it. So now before we move on with the rest of the program, I would like to invite Professor Satyaki Roy, coordinator of NPTEL, to come and address you.
Good morning, everyone. It's really nice again. Let me take my turn in welcoming all of you. A very, very hearty welcome to all of you here. Thank you. Am I audible? These things are very scary. Yeah, I'm much more comfortable walking around. So, how many people coming for the first time? Sorry? दोनों बता दो. Okay. Great, great, great. So, yeah, I mean, we were doing it at our Noida campus for a couple of years, but then there was this continuous, requests coming from different institutions to do it at Kanpur. So we said, okay, let's do it at Kanpur itself. For us, it becomes much more easier, but I'm sure many of you have traveled from far off distances, but I'm sure my team is making good arrangements here for you. So for those who are coming here for the first time, let me give you a brief background on how all of this started. A little story, and then the slides which have been sent. It's a very long presentation that I'm not even going to touch on. Maybe I'll touch for a few slides, and then I'll pass on to Bharti ma'am. The numbers are on her fingertips all the time, and she is best to handle this. Let's go back 23 years, 2 decades ago. When I say 2 decades ago, I start feeling very old. But then, yeah. So, but then, yes, back in 2002, there were some people who got together and they saw a dream. They had a dream, and it was Professor Anand, I would say, largely. That was his vision, along with other stalwarts like Mangal Sundar, Professor A.K. Ray, and many others. They wanted to reach out to people. We conducted some, some field trips to different institutions across the country. We found that there was a dearth of faculty in the engineering colleges. Primarily engineering colleges are the ones that we targeted. So this particular program that we know as NPTEL today, NPTEL Online Certification, NOC, started, NPTEL Phase 1 started back in 2003, where the idea was to help the teachers. There were about 5 major disciplines of engineering and core sciences which were taken up, and it took almost like 6 months to plan out things. We had discipline coordinators in all these different disciplines of engineering and sciences who identified the core courses, the elective courses, and especially the courses mapping it with the university curriculum as well. 2006 tak, of course, we identified the teachers who had a good experience of teaching these courses also, because till then we had really not gone all out in public. What was happening was very restrictive within the IITs, within IIC Bangalore. The old 7 IITs were and IIC Bangalore partnered in this particular project together. This was also for the first time many faculty members were facing the camera. This was also the time when people moved out of the classroom and started recording lectures in the studio environment without the students. There were many challenges. 2006, we completed about 125 courses. These were primarily the core courses in discipline, in these disciplines. We had a tie-up with Google. They graciously provided us some space on YouTube to upload the content. All these lectures are still available. And these are good courses. 2006 to 2014, phase 2 and 3 of NPTEL was kind of combined together. And by the end of 2013, we had close to about 1,500 courses in our repository, covering practically all the disciplines of engineering, most of the disciplines of engineering. Humanities and social science courses were added, science subjects, mathematics, everything put together. But then one of the questions that we were repeatedly facing from the ministry as well as from other stakeholders, are people really utilizing it? Because on YouTube, we could get the number of hits. There was no way we could really understand how many people are actually going through the full course. So that was for the first time, Professor Andrew came up with this wonderful idea of starting the MOOCs. And that was actually in India also, I would say, for the first time we had tried that out. First course run, there were 3 courses which were offered with about 1,10,000 learners enrolling into the course. I still remember there was a programming course which was offered by Satya, right? Satyadev Nandakumar. When the enrollments in the course happened, Satyadev Nandakumar gave me a call and told me the maximum number I have handled so far at IIT is about 400. I have close to about some 40,000 students enrolled into the course. What do you expect me to do? And trust me, I was also very nervous, and so was the whole team. But then somehow it worked very well. And over the years that we have been running our courses, in the last course run, the total number of courses were close to about 800 plus, with nearly 3 million plus enrollments. And best part was 9,80,000 some numbers registered for the exam. And I'm sure this time we are going to cross the 1 million number in terms of examination and certification as well. And of course, it cannot it would not have happened without really the hard work of my team that is here. I mean, of course, Bharti is here, Alti is here, others are also here, Angana is here. They really put in a lot of efforts. And most importantly, all my friends here sitting, without your support, again, this thing would not have really, we would not honestly have been able to realize it. The total numbers of local chapters that we have today has crossed 8,000, 7,400? Has crossed 8,000, I'll say next year. Okay? So that's okay. So, but 7,000 plus is also a large number. And so, having said that, I would now just give you a small little 2 more minutes. One is, in the last 3 months, IIT Kanpur, along with other IITs also, with their active support, especially IIT Madras, we have really been seriously contemplating over the fact that how do we really not just increase the numbers, but how do we really reach out and penetrate? Because the number that I'm talking about, 7,500, is nothing. If you really look at, and many of you are coming from these universities and colleges, the numbers are much, much, much larger than what we are catering to. In the last 3-4 months, IIT Kanpur conducted close to about some 36 workshops, reaching out to different universities, colleges, mostly in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Some workshops were also conducted in Jharkhand. Not Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. We did realize the kind of problems and issues that people are facing there. We've tried to work very closely with the ministry as well, Ministry of Education, MOE, and of course with the leadership of Mr. Govind Jaiswal and others. They have also been very supportive in this whole initiative. UGC has been extremely supportive in this initiative. So we are trying to sort out these problems. The reason why we gather after every course run here is not just to say good things about what all is happening, listening from you, what are the problems that you have faced in the last course run, and also this time, that's why I requested Angana, who has primarily been conducting these workshops, and she has done a humongous job of, these 36 workshops that she has been doing in 40 days. And that's really appreciable. She knows now, and she has passed on all the information to us, to UGC, to Minister of Education. So hopefully things will be sorted out. But then still, I would definitely, after Angana shares about her experience, I would request Bharti to come over and give a complete update of what all happened in the last semester, and of course, what's going to happen in the next semester. There are several new initiatives which have been taken. I still see the numbers in some of them that's quite less. How those numbers can be increased is something that we would really love to know from you. So with that, I again take this opportunity in welcoming all of you to this particular event. And those of you who are going to stay here, I would also request you to stay back for the SPOC event, the NPTEL STARS event, because, a lot of these students and learners who are coming here, they would really be happy if their teachers, also some of you, would be around. Okay? So, thank you so much. Angana, where is she? Oh, she's here. Okay. Please go ahead.
So once again, I hope you've had tea and did you have a good cup of tea, all of you? Oh, the yes doesn't sound very encouraging. All right. So, as Professor Roy was speaking about our journey last semester, where we had done several workshops, typically in the state of Uttar Pradesh with all the state universities. So, just a little brief down about what we did and what were our findings, how we tried to resolve certain issues, and how, of course, how certain issues still remain unsolved. That is a debatable issue where perhaps you can all give us your feedback. So I hope we are all on the same page that there was this mandate from the UGC which says that there can be a 40% credit transfer through SWAYAM courses, and which means up to 40%. Well, I have been to universities where they have asked me, ma'am, up to is 40%, then what is the minimum? So, and they expected me to say zero. To which, of course, one could not, 0.01% maybe to 40%. So that was the mandate. And the Department of Higher Education of the states of UP and Chhattisgarh, they have taken this up as part of their policy to implement this across both the states. And therefore, we from IIT Kanpur, the local chapter team went to several of these universities and their affiliated colleges. We conducted around 26 workshops in UP and one workshop in Chhattisgarh where it was conducted by the Principal Secretary Higher Education, where we had all the colleges of Chhattisgarh assembled at that place to discuss this issue. So, this is something that I guess we all know, and with the third point is very important, that the credits and the marks obtained by the candidates enrolled in the SWAYAM courses should be now reflecting on their transcripts. This is a part of the decision taken by the MOE under the NEP, because as I'm sure all of you know about the NEP, and therefore NEP demands that each and every discipline, which includes academic as well as non-academic, should be incorporated in a student's transcript. It should reflect on what the student actually knows, be it skill building, be it academics, be it anything. That should reflect. And therefore, the nature of the transcripts now have to change. So there is a primary concern with the BOS, the Board of Studies for your universities or deemed universities, and the CAD Council of the respective universities to take a stand on this, that how to reflect what has been asked for in the NEP in the transcript, and this can only be done with the help of SWAYAM courses, SWAYAM NPTEL courses. So, okay, so what the key discussions that we had was that we explained, so when we went to the universities, we realized that most of them did not know about the National Credit Framework. I hope we all know out here about the National Credit Framework. Well, it's a 100-page document which I read, and I tried to summarize it into 2 slides. So it was very difficult for me, but basically it grades the students' academic levels, okay? So there is up to class 5 is one credit, up to class 8 is 2 credit, and so on and so forth, till master's and PhD. So you have gradations from 1 to 8. Apart from that, there are several other things that are incorporated in the National Credit Framework, which I'm not going into details right now because it will take a lot of time. But we had discussed National Credit Framework, without which implementation of NEP or integration of SWAYAM courses into the main curriculum is not going to, is not going to be very smooth. So one needs to know what is NCRF and also what is NSQF, National Skill Quality Framework. This is extremely important because, again, skills are graded from 1 to 8. Now, what happens is many of our students, they go for internships. I'm sure they do, right? And most of you who come from law colleges or who come from pharmaceutical companies, they go for interning with a lawyer or doing apprenticeship. People who are in the polytechnics, they do apprenticeship with seniors. So they just get a written document saying that this person has done internship under me for so-and-so days, and well, he or she has done bing, 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 these things, and signed and done everything. No, this is not how now the LOR should be. The LOR from any intern should have a definite visual about his skill level. So if I just concentrate on computer science, then it should say whether the person is adept at doing programming, at what level. Does he need constant supervision? Does he need semi-constant supervision? Does he need absolutely no supervision? Based on that, you have to give credits to that student. So again, this NSQF is graded from 1 to 8, from complete supervision to leadership. That's how the gradation happens. Now, this is because hours now are very important. How many hours does a student spend in his academic life during undergraduate, during postgraduate, during PhD is very, very important. So summer holidays doesn't mean that the student is doing nothing. Even during that time, the student is spending some amount of hours doing something. That has to be documented. So every hour of the student in the student's academic life needs to be documented. That is why understanding NSQF is more important than understanding NCRF. And you have to have this credit accommodated into your transcript. That is the bottom line of NEP. So we explained that, and then of course syllabus mapping. It becomes very difficult because when we go to universities, the first thing they say is, "Madam, इसपे कुछ नहीं है. आप लोग जो पढ़ाते हैं ना, और हम जो पढ़ाते हैं अपने बच्चों को, कुछ मैच नहीं करता." Sir, we are not teaching in Mars or Neptune or Pluto. We are also teaching here. So teaching something like applied mathematics or theoretical mathematics cannot be such a big rocket science that our syllabus is completely different from your syllabus. So we need to make an effort to actually go through the course page to see. Each week you will see the syllabus, at least for NPTEL we can vouch, that it is divided. What we are going to teach in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Right? So you need to map your courses with the syllabus. And we advocate that if it matches approximately 60%, please go for the course. That is what we ideally say. And we also say that do not insist on a core course. Do not replace a core course. Please take electives. Because in NEP there are too many electives, which is not feasible to teach physically in a brick and mortar university. So if a student wishes to take history with physics, it becomes difficult to match it with your timetable, with routine, with everything like that. Yes, so if you do that on an online course, something like that will give the child the option to learn what he wishes to learn and also the ability to take credits for it. So please give them a basket of electives from which they can choose their courses. Also, not everybody was tech savvy in these universities, many of the universities. So we had to actually do a hand-holding for them and ask them, request them to understand how to negotiate university dashboards, how to do a login and see how many students are enrolled and things like that. So also we did webinars for students enrolled in the universities. Some of the universities had colleges numbering up to 1200 in UP. Bundelkhand University has colleges that number up to 1200. So we had a webinar for the arts and science students basically to understand how to log in to any course of SWAYAM or SWAYAM NPTEL. Yeah, and then there is a problem of ABC ID. Sometimes universities say that the student does the course, ticks on ABC ID, and it doesn't reflect on that student's ABC ID that how much credit they have earned or something like that. So sometimes it can be a technical issue, but many a times we have seen that the student all forgets to tick that yes, I have an ABC ID and write the ABC ID number properly. So that is also very important to have the credit reflected on ABC ID. And with states like UP and MP, connectivity in rural areas have also becomes an issue, to which of course I had no answer, but one little answer that I can give is that we have the archived courses in our hard disks, and if you wish to access them, we copy it for you and send it to you, so you can have that as an archive. Or you sometimes in certain places, especially in Chhattisgarh, in one of the universities which is in tribals in Bastar, they did a wonderful thing, you know, they took the LAN connection and they put NPTEL classes on their timetable. So what happens is that, suppose Monday 4th period is NPTEL class. So on that day, everybody gathers in that lab and they run it on the screen and everything. They see it and they do it like a proper class. Yeah, so sometimes that also helps. These are little options that we had and we can offer. But yeah, so these were the issues. And the other issue is that pharmaceutical, agriculture university, law colleges, they sometimes do not have enough courses on online platform, and because they are not governed by UGC rules, therefore they cannot take up these courses. This was a very big challenge that we came across. I have spoken to Bharti ma'am yesterday about this, and Bharti ma'am said that we ask them to give courses, but they never come up with courses. So what can we do? So if these bodies do not come up and give courses, then it really becomes a challenge. And I leave more to Bharti ma'am to explain why PCI and ICAR and BCI, they do not come up to give those courses. And if anybody of you who are here from pharmaceutical, from pharmacy or from law or from agriculture, I think you can do a bit of canvassing for NPTEL and say that give courses so that we can have courses. So that's about it. That's what we did. And it was actually a very nice experience traveling through the length and breadth of the 2 states of the country. Of course, in the course of event, I visited Punjab also to meet several of our spokes and new faculty members there. We visited Indore also, And so Jammu also, Central University of Jammu also, we did some workshops there to bring in, to discuss these issues, because everybody was having questions about how to implement NCRF and NSQF with SWAYAM platform. So we did all of that, and it was really a very nice experience for me. And the best part was that I brushed my Hindi a bit, because my Hindi is terrible, but there were some places where I had no other choice but to speak in Hindi, and I hope I could explain things. So in those places I had to say with folded hands that sir मैं कोशिश करूँगी, but it should be in dual language, क्योंकि जो समझाने आई हूँ वो बिना समझ के आप लोग चले जाएंगे, तो या तो गलत समझ के जाएंगे, फिर कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. So that's why that was one challenge that we encountered, apart from many more where we were questioned that इसका मतलब सरकार चाहती है कि हम हटी जाए, हमारी नौकरी चली जाए, हमारी तो कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. और well, in distant Balia, I was quite attacked, I was attacked with something like, मैडम आप साफ साफ बोलिए ना, आप चाहती हैं कि हम लोग यहाँ विश्वविद्यालय स्थापना ही ना करें, बस आप यही चाहती हैं कि हमारी नौकरी चली जाए और आपकी चले. He was almost stating the word आपकी दुकान चले, तो उनके बगल से किसी ने बोला ये क्या बोल रहे हैं आप सर. So all these things happened. These were like fantastic anecdotes that I have, which keep on happening in life. So but otherwise it was, I used to come back and tell my colleagues that NPTEL is so different. NPTEL professors are so different. My spokes are so good. but every time, but yeah, SWAYAM NPTEL, nothing like SWAYAM NPTEL. I love this family. I love this entire atmosphere. But well, that was a different venture. But yes, one little thing that I would like to say, Chhattisgarh came out to be a real surprise for me, because they were quite well read about NCRF and NSQF, and the faculty members knew how to do things there and how to implement it, and they were really very, they had a lot of questions and queries and very forthcoming. And so yes, when you have certain ups, there are certain downs also, but it was a very nice experience. And of course, Professor Laghveer Singh Khanna's energy, excitement, and I don't know what else to say, knows no bounds. When I went to Punjab, I was just surprised at the amount of representation that I had. There was, I mean, I had people actually standing outside the door. They could not accommodate them in the auditorium. So that even we get responses like this. We got a very good response in Indore, Professor Praveen Bhanodia's Acropolis. It was, so we had wonderful experiences this semester. I had a lovely time interacting with different faculty members from different regions, and trust me, it always comes back as a wonderful experience. So thank you very much for being here again. And now the stage is set for Bharti ma'am. You will not believe how many of them have questioned, आ रही है ना मैम, पक्का आ रही है ना? So yes, पक्का आ गई है, and the stage is hers. And please Bharti ma'am. You mailed me?
Just sent you a link. Open it on that link. Okay. I just talk to them. I've sent you on WhatsApp. So.
Oh, WhatsApp?
I've sent the link on WhatsApp, so you can just maybe open it. Google Slides. Okay. So what is the agenda? Tell me. 10:45 now. 10:50.
10:45, 11:30.
Then
Then we'll have our tea break.
up to 12. Up to 12.
Yeah.
And then
Then felicitation.
When is the interaction then? Question answers.
You can take it up after your session and then we can break for tea. Absolutely up to you how you want to do it.
There are about 10 verticals on the SWAYAM platform. The total numbers, if you really look at it, close to about 30 lakhs for NPTEL, and rest, all 9 verticals put together was about 6 lakhs. And out of that, about 2 lakhs went to IIM Bangalore, 2 for CC, and rest of the lot. So we don't really need to speak much about it. Definitely, all these workshops which were conducted in different places, we found that there were a lot of people who are using NPTEL content. Perhaps the major concern is with the examinations in many of these places. If some of these verticals partner with us in conducting examinations, then things would perhaps be much better. So, yeah, are we ready?
Yes, yes.
Almost there.
Which ID? As a Gmail. It's okay. Download it. Yeah, from slide 1 we can just start.
You can take this up from here.
Yeah, yeah, I'll take it. How does it get shared?
Slide.
Can I get the slides in the center? Okay, thank you. Yeah, good morning. I think yeah, is it? Okay, thank you. Good morning. I'll do the third welcome for today. I think Angana and Professor Satike welcomed you, but again, a welcome from our side, from NPTEL side to this event today. Very happy to be here. Missed the last time's event because of something at IIT Madras, Chennai. So again, back here after a year, I think last August, we were all here. In fact, all the faculty were there. This time only I could manage to come. So very happy to see all of you and hope to interact with you during the day. And yeah, one grouse always Professor Satik will give me like half an hour and say, do all the slides that we normally do in 2 hours, and then he'll say I speak very fast, but I have no choice. So some coverage of information for all of you to take back, because I think it's important for SPOCs to know what is happening in the project as an overall picture also. It's very important because when you go back to your management or go back to your students and talk, you should also have a picture of where NPTEL is and how we are doing with respect to various aspects, right? The learners, how well they are doing there, how are the colleges performing, what are the new initiatives that are there. So this kind of gives you a insight into that. Okay, so this is a snapshot of what we have today, 1.86 billion views, still clocking. Since it's gone into the billions, I keep saying, what, there's no change at all. We put 1.83 billion, then 1.86, but of course it's in billions, right? So I guess that increment in numbers is not going to be so big, but this is what we have as the views. 53 lakh subscribers for YouTube. Again, like we always say, it's not a Bollywood song and dance. There is no fun factor. Serious teaching, boring lectures, if you can call it that, almost thoroughly technical, a lot of it mathematical. But this is the number of subscribers we have. That is definitely growing year on year. 3,200 courses. I think we are one of the largest repositories in this domain of engineering, maths and whatever humanities that we do. Okay. So the largest repository in engineering, definitely. Maths, management, humanities, sciences, whatever we have, we are also there. But at least we have a coverage of 95 to 97% of the entire AICT curriculum. Maybe not a one-on-one mapping like that title will not match a title here, but definitely a lot of clubbing. If you see it across courses, we do have a coverage here. And 76,000 plus hours of videos on YouTube for free viewing by anybody that's there. All are subtitled in English, it's completed. Some of them are also translated into various languages. So this is NPTEL as a snapshot today. This is the certification numbers. We have completed 8,387 courses so far, 3.44 crore enrollments only on NPTEL so far, and 63.3 lakhs have registered for exams, 40.8 lakhs have been certified. So these are the numbers from overall from when we started. This is a certificate, all of you would be familiar with it. Skill India was a logo we started about a couple of months because the ministry asked us to include it, QR code so that it scans and can take it, otherwise remains the same. Largely neat, I would say it captures all the elements of the certificate, whatever recognitions we want to give, so we've kept it the same way for now. This is the courses. We have mechanical engineering, that is a maximum, but of course that's not the highest enrollment or registration. Then comes humanities, computer science, electrical management. So these are there, but we do have courses in all other departments like you can see, and we are still expanding in certain things. For instance, law courses are 142, which is quite a surprise because only one IIT actually has a law department, but we are sourcing it from other institutes also. Ocean engineering, textile, agriculture, as you can see, we have it all there. This is the growth that we've been having. We started, like Satyaki sir said, with about 1,000 people writing exams in 2014 January semester when we launched the program. But today, last semester, we had 9.72 lakhs write exams. So that's a scale that we have literally grown. 30 lakhs has been the enrollment steady over 2 or 3 semesters. We should see what happens this time. So this time we have 925 courses for offering on SWAYAM, which kind of comprises across the departments that we actually showed you. So a constant question in our 6-month committee meetings are, do we put a cap on saying once we reach 1,000 we stop, or how do we keep on going? Where is an end to the number of courses we are going to offer? Enrollment and exams, of course, yes, but how do we stop at the courses that are there? This is the reason for taking courses. Credit transfer has been growing quite consistently. That's the largest number you can see, 7 lakhs plus who said we are doing it for credit transfer. The other reasons are, of course, getting a job, internship, research, learning how to teach MOOCs, and so on. Attendance steady at about 87 to 89%. We have been clocking the same. Pass percentage, we have stabilized around 70 to 72%. And the gender split is 40 to 58. We are still consistent in that, not really increasing there. So, discipline-wise statistics. So we show you all of this because these are all internal tracking that we do from our side. It's not just that we offer courses and then we don't revisit, we don't review what happens. Not that we don't do any data analytics, but we do keep analyzing, saying where all we have to improve internally, apart from feedback from you all also. But we also do these reviews on our side. So as expected, computer science is the highest. We have 79 courses, but 42% of the total enrollments is from computer science courses that is there. Registration too, it takes the max. Pass percentage is decent, but I'll also show you some courses you might want to think 5 times, 10 times before you get your first time students enrolled. We do have some like that, but basically there's a thing. Management again does 12% of total enrollment, but the registration fraction is quite high there. HSS, EE, as you can see, these are the courses. Some things we ourselves have put, for instance, maths, if you see, there are people who are enrolling in maths courses but not registering. The registration percentage is quite less there, as you can see. Then we do have all the other departments also that we are tracking on our site. So, this is a live support and live sessions we have been doing over the last 3 or 4 years. The PMRF scholars, who are the PhD students typically in the various institutes, have been contributing to live sessions, apart from, of course, what the teaching assistants and the faculty do. So every week, we have 2 or 3 live sessions where learners can come and interact. They learn the problem solving, they can ask doubts. So this time, for the July 2025, 270 courses are going to have these weekly live sessions, where more than 360 scholars are going to participate. We are expecting more than 4,000 sessions to happen. Do all of you get the messages from our side which says, today there's a live session, tomorrow there's a live session, as a WhatsApp message or SMS, and you pass it on hopefully to your people or they watch it later, right? So that is something, anybody who's found this useful, any quick feedback where you said this helped in a particular course or we need it for some more courses, anything like that from your side or from your student side that was there? Okay, maybe we can take it in the feedback part of it. This is the top 20 exam cities where we are facing challenges definitely. So the Chennai Kanchipuram, for some reason, it has just grown organically a lot with us also. And out of the 9.7 lakhs, 1.22 lakhs was just from Chennai. So we had to do like 10 days, 12 days of exams in Chennai this time. The next is the Delhi, Faridabad, Ghaziabad, but it's a good, almost 50% lesser from the Chennai belt. So that's like 65,000, and then Hyderabad, Coimbatore, Bangalore, it goes on. So these are the places. The right side column, we show you what is the capacity that we can do on a per shift basis, right? For instance, Chennai, we have to do 1.2 lakhs, but I can only do about, it's not even 8,000. That's what TCS says. We do about 6,500 per shift, 13,000 in a day. So literally we do 10, 11 days of exams in Chennai. Same thing with Delhi, Faridabad. So sometimes when we have to change an exam date, add an additional date, we come back to some colleges and say, would it be okay we do exams on a Friday or a Thursday? This is the reason, because on those days we are full. Or literally we'll have to move you from Delhi to possibly Punjab, or we'll have to move you to somewhere in Rajasthan and say, that's where I have seats, I can't give you in Delhi, and would you go and write exams there, right? We typically don't want to do that, hence we kind of get this done. This time's exam dates, all of you know, September 2021, but we are also expecting 19 and 22 to come in as extra dates. 25, 26 October and November 1st, 2nd. Again, 24th, 27th, we are keeping a lot of dates open if we have to conduct exams. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. So the typical logistics for exams when we do it, we have an exam partner who is TCS ION, as all of you know. They conduct all the national level exams, which is like the JEE, JEE Advanced, NEET and CAT and all those exams. But typically all those exams give them data something like 6 months ahead. For instance, for the GATE exam, which is in February, TCS gets data by September when all the applications are completed, and they say in all these cities we need this capacity, and that's how the planning happens for them. They do planning 6 months ahead. For us, when we have to do exams on September 20th, our form closes on August 20th. And then by the time we reconcile and give them data, it's like we have 3.5 weeks to finalize our centers. So we do projections, we are trying, but they can't freeze and finalize contracts with places where they have to conduct exams till the final data goes out and the numbers don't change, because that's a payment contract they are going to do with those places. So with 3.5 weeks to go, the first set of choices that they will go with is something called IDZ. So IDZ are their own places they have invested in, and they have fixed infrastructure, and they do exams there day in and day out. 7 days a week, exams just go on there. These are dedicated facilities they have taken outside or in colleges. So since these have to make the profit because they've invested, they'll do the IDZ first and then move on to college partnerships that they have for seeking out for exams. Many times the problem that we are facing from colleges also is, we have sent out letters to every single VC of the 350 universities we have contacts for, saying these are our exam dates. Please don't schedule anything in these dates as exams from your side. We have written to all the SPOCs, you all know the dates. We say don't do college events on these days because we have exams here, and hopefully you're doing credit transfer. So when TCS then goes back to get college labs for exams, many times either it's an exam clash, some other exam vendor has taken it, or they have some fest going on, they have some competition going on, there is some event going on, and we don't get the required infrastructure there. So in those cases, we try to work out with colleges that we know, then our team is reaching out, asking, saying, can you give us this, can you give us that? But the problem will be, you might say, yes, I will give you my labs. But unless, again, you have a contract with TCS where the finances are worked out, we don't do that. NPTEL does not work with colleges financially directly. So we always connect you to the TCS partner, but it takes a minimum time for them to visit it, check out the lab infra, sign off, and then do some agreement again, and then onboard you as a partner. So if you don't have a contract, it's a problem. If you have a contract, it's easier, but then also we have to ease out a couple of things between you and them to accept, for the lab. So what happens is, we run out of counts in certain cities. Also in certain cities, if the count is very less, then also there's a pushback from the college, array 50 people ke liye karna padta hai exam, so we will not give it, why don't you move them? We get a low count pushback from colleges, we get a high count pushback, events and so on. So the best we are able to manage is that we try to work with the colleges, we try to work with TCS, so that you all don't move too far. So the worst case scenario we've told TCS is, okay, 1 hour, 1.5 hours of travel we can accept, not more than that in most cases. And assuming that there is a good transport facility to go public transport, not necessarily private transport, there's transport facility to reach the center. Students should be able to go there, that they are able to go there, write an exam and come. So this is the kind of thing we work with. The biggest constraint being, we don't get data till about 4 weeks ahead or 8 weeks ahead. Our courses have to start, you have to see 4 weeks of courses, then you all fill the form, the last date is at least 4 weeks into it, August start, July start, both of it, then we give them the final count. So that's where we get hit. For instance, I was asking Professor Satiki, Lalti and all, even Angana, right? So many workshops have happened. We have planned Jan 2025 plus a 10% for entire UP, Chhattisgarh and all. That's our projection. That's what TCS has now as numbers, and we work with it. Now suddenly if UP becomes like 5x of last time, we have not factored it in. We have not planned for it. So if suddenly the enrollment jumps and exam registration jumps because of awareness or some policy changes, we have to scramble at that time. And that's when we get into a problem that we have to work with so many people on that. So we are trying our best. That's why when we exceed the city capacity and they say you have to move like 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers away, we ask colleges, shall we do an extra date for you? Especially colleges that have a large number coming into say 5 courses, 7 courses that we can manage on our side. We say, okay, all these 1,000 students, I don't want them to go 200 kilometers. Can I give you a Friday date? Or can I give you a Thursday date? Or a Monday date? Outside of the weekend, we ask, saying, can I move the students for you? Can you please help us with it? And then we try to work around that. So this is the exam logistics that we basically work out from our side. So if there are any, I think our team has been reaching out to you saying, do you have a contract? Do you have labs? Would you like to conduct exams in your college and so on? Please respond to that if you have not yet responded to it. Please write to us giving us details of it. It would be nice if more of you are enabled with TCS as an exam partner. It will be nice for us to know you have labs that we can also use it if required from our side. So the last thing that we have started now, which we are doing at a small scale, we did it for about 40,000 students last semester, is NPTEL now has an exam platform that we are also running exams on. We are still growing it. It's not completely, fully done like the TCS platform is, but we have deployed it in certain colleges where there are large numbers. Like in VIT Chennai, we did it for about 6,000 students. VIT Vellore, we did about 14,000 students. In LPU, we did it for about 4,000 students and all. So we are trying our own platform. We won't scale to 10 lakhs. That's not our objective. But where there are a large number of students on a day and we can't look at city capacity for them, we are thinking whether we can do exams ourselves for the students like this. RG-UKT system, we did about 12,000 exams using our platform across 4 colleges. So that's an experiment that's happening, but we are hoping to grow that to places that are remote, places where students cannot travel, places that don't have very good infra. We are going to try this model of exams. This is the part I like best about the entire presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed this part of it because this is something that we keep track of every single time. So we had 7 categories of stars, if you might remember, but I think last term we introduced a new category because now we started having people who do 12 courses and not just 6 exams. So the race has become much bigger. Everything has doubled in terms of numbers, like you can see. So the newest categories to get added are mega stars, which are you have to do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 exams and be a topper in at least 6 exams. So superstar was topper in 4, 5, 6. The mega star is at least 6 exam topper completing these. And the champions is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 passing at least 8 exams. So you'd think who would have the time? 1 course students complain, 2 courses students complain, 3 courses, the load is too much. Who would be these people who do it? Does somebody do it? Why do we even have such a category, right? Look at the mega stars. We had 3 last time, we have 9 this time. 9 people have done more than 8 courses or up to 12, topping in at least 6 exams. Champions are 79 again this time as opposed to 70. Every single number seems to have increased this time. Especially the most heartening for all the coordinators, the faculty, was the domain scholars have increased from 305 to 615 in just a single semester. We are increasing in the number of people aspiring to do a domain, planning for it and completing it. Superstars is a kind of similar, 123 to 120. Discipline stars you can see from 2,587 last sem, we've come to 4,277 this semester. So people are doing 4 or 5 courses in a semester, getting a discipline star, or across 2 semesters they are becoming a discipline stars. So that's the increase that we are seeing here. Motivated learners and enthusiasts, a similar category, 900 to 1,700, almost doubled again. That is there. So the total number of stars we have now is 38,363. So that's the count of stars that we have. Domains, all of you must know, so we've just captured it here. It's kind of bringing together a set of courses that belong to a particular area to guide learners to say, if you want to specialize in this area, go for a domain. So a discipline star is more like, okay, I want to be a specialist, kind of learn about civil engineering courses. You can have something on water engineering, you could have something on environment, you could have construction, you could have structures, you could have. So if somebody says how many certificates you have, okay, I have 10 certificates. What's your area of expertise from the 10? It will not be anything because you've done like 1, 2, 1, 2 in every area. But in the domain, we create these domains, we say these are the core courses, elective courses and guide you. If you do that set of 6 or 7 courses, you will have an expertise in that particular area. You can say, I know in and out or more in depth in this particular area. So that's what a domain is. We have more than 60 domains currently, a lot of them that are here, like you can see in every single department. The latest to be added is the architecture domain. We added 5 here, architectural theory, building services, sustainable architecture and so on. So these have come in, but otherwise we even added agriculture last time, sports science was added last time. And I think Professor Satiki is planning for new domains in quantum possibly that we should be getting in by January semester. So these are domains, the domain certificate looks like this. And here too we thought, okay, people will go in for 1 domain, 2 domains, right? And when we saw one professor from South, Suganti, she had done 4. And we said, oh wow, you've done 4 domains. Okay, that is fantastic. This time we calculated there's a person who's done 7 domains. And there were like 2 or 3 who came up and said, I'm almost there, 2 more courses, I'll also be at 7 domains. So it's like this race that's going on for domains, for stars, for number of courses that keeps on happening here. So these are the people. Professor K. Gopalakrishna has the one who's completed 7 domains. He's actually a retired faculty, does some part-time teaching with BITS Hyderabad. He's the one who holds it for maximum number of domains. The other people have done like 5 domains, 4 domains and so on. These are faculty. Typically people are taking about 4 or 5 semesters for a domain, which is actually nice because you do 1 or 2 courses in a semester and you're there. 5 crazy people who completed all the 6 courses in a single semester and getting a domain certificate. So literally we say don't be like them. You don't have to have any pressure because of them. There are these people, but it's fine to do it in 3 or 4, study it well, kind of absorb whatever material you have. So that is on the domains. As expected, computer science is the maximum, then the faculty domains and humanities and social sciences. This for Jan 25 semester that we saw the total number of domain scholars. Coming to megastars, the 9 megastars, who are they? Who sat and did assignments for 12 courses? There is one Samrat Bandyopadhyay, he had come to our South Zone felicitation last time. He was a megastar last time also. But he said, oh, I'd passed only 8 courses and I was a topper in 7. This time I wanted to do 12 courses and try to be topper in most. So the Samrat Bandyopadhyay, he's actually working in the West Bengal government, has completed 12 courses, a topper in all 12 courses. I think this is like, the max achievement we can possibly have on NPTEL side. So his next was, okay, are you going to make it like 15 courses or what is the next, target you're going to give? And we said, nothing doing. We stop here for now, so we are not doing this. But the other people you can see, 12 certificates, 8 toppers. Is Yashovardhan from Maharashtra. He's again done it, 11 certificates, 8 topper. Again, Rama Reddy is a 72-year-old person. He is retired, just has fun doing our courses. He had come to the STAR event also, he was there. Then, of course, the others who are here. So, this is from this particular zone that is there. We are seeing from the north zone, We have Prabhat Kumar Vishwakarma, who's age 52 from Noida, faculty, completed 27 courses. Ranjit Kaur has finished 50, he's from Jaipur, 48 courses, 46 courses completed. Rajiv Kohli. These are just samples I've given of people who are champions from this particular region. So I don't think we have a megastar in the North region, but we do have champions who have done more than 8, 9, 10 courses this time, passed it. These are all the champions from the North zone who are there, from Noida, from Gwalior, from Murdabad. Any of you here? Any of the names we see here? Are you here? Any of the SPOCs? I guess in the afternoon then we should be seeing them. That's okay. Again, these are more champions. The very heartening thing also is that there are 22-year-olds who are champions. So there are young students who are vying for it and also doing number of courses per semester. So they are also here. In fact, I don't know who this Divyajit Chaudhary, whether we'll see him this afternoon. You from New Delhi completed 32 courses. And he is also a champion who's done 12 courses this time in one semester. So it would be nice to see them. Highest number of course takers. These are people who registered for exams, not technically completed them. There's one person who's registered for 78 courses, 2 people for 74 courses, 2 for 73 courses, and so on. So that's the count that we have. So you can see from 78 we go down. But even if you see, say, 5 courses and above, right? 57,000 people have registered and done 5 courses. And if you take 10 courses, it's at least 4,000 people who've done it, not a small number where 10 is not where you can force a person, right? After that, it becomes their choice to do things. So, which means that so many of them like the process, like the courses and are coming back. And the right side table shows you what happened in Jan 2025. 29 people registered for 12 courses, 10 people for 11 courses, 18 for 10. I really don't know how these people either watch videos or do exam, whether they have proxy people to do something. But for exams, of course, they have to come in person, but I really don't know how they handle the coursework, you know. So that's some number. The largest, of course, is one course is 6,46,000 that is there. So these are slides I really like to tell SPOCs to use when you all are doing presentations in college, right? Many, many colleges where we've gone, they'll always say, ma'am, students always come back with the response that I don't have time, I'm so busy, I'm doing so many things. So I say, go back and see these people. It's not like these people are jobless and not doing anything. There are students, there are working professionals, there are faculty who are doing so many courses. They, of course, have family responsibilities, they have professional responsibilities and studying, you know. So what more of an excuse can you give when you're seeing such kind of people here? So highest number of course takers are again Lakshman Kumar, all faculty primarily, they are all here, 73. These are the people who wrote exams. And then we have the people who are certified. So the highest certified is 74. So in the South Zone, when we had the stars meeting, we had a lot of them saying, okay, I'm going to hit the 100, I'm in this race, I'm going to do the 12, I've registered for 8. We had a lot of people coming up, but 74 is the highest for now, 72, 71, 67, it goes on. So that is something that is there. Again, 74 is a faculty from a college, 72 is the person with 7 domains, and these people are there. This is from the North Zone. The data for this particular zone, if you all want to see, out of the total stars that we saw, the 9,000 plus stars, 2,284 stars are from the North Zone. A great achievement because so many of them in this particular, and the interesting part was 1,850 stars are in the very, very young age group. I think this is something very unique to this zone, that we are seeing a lot of stars in this particular age group who are young students doing multiple courses and kind of doing well at it. So that is very nice to see. In terms of the highest number of courses, Professor Amit Bodh Upadhyay, I think, has the highest 55 courses from Indore faculty. He is here with us today. I think deserves a round of applause and some recognition. He has 19 stars to his credit every semester that he's been earning. Then Anand Kumar, again a faculty from Varanasi. I don't know if he's a SPOC or he's here, but he has 50 courses from the zone. Ravish Agarwal, 49 courses from Murdabad. Maybe afternoon we will see them. And the youngest learner from this zone is 73 years old, Satish Kumar from Indore, who has completed 13 courses, and he has 2 discipline stars. So this is the North Zone data. And yeah, just to say that from outside India also we facilitate NPTEL exams. And interestingly, there have been people from Ghana, Japan, Bahrain also who have done 14 courses, 12 courses, 6 courses and so on. So they've also been coming back to write exams with us from outside India. And NPTEL also enables a lot of physically challenged students and learners to kind of do the courses. So it is good for them because they can play the videos, they can take the help of people. When they come to the centers, it is also friendly for them, or there are scribes. So In that way too, there are people who have done 38 courses, 30 courses. They are either orthopedically challenged or visually challenged or something like that, but many of them pursuing NPTEL courses with us. So maybe I'll finish this also in about 10 minutes quickly. We'll take a break after that. We'll come back for a Q&A, maybe do a half-an-hour Q&A and then do the felicitation. That would be nice to possibly have. So I'll complete this. These are the initiatives that we have. Mostly are the same. There's nothing new that you are seeing here from last time if you've attended our previous SPOC workshops. But there has been some kind of, okay, this is, I don't know if it will play, but let me see it later. So this is a new initiative we are bringing on SWAYAM. We will come back to you for support on this. I think there are some Kanpur courses also going for integration with this. So we are thinking of bringing AI support, AI capability, AI assistance for courses on SWAYAM, NPTEL courses specifically. So there have been some agencies who've been working on it. There are multiple kind of initiatives we are bringing. So one is a flashcard game, right? If there's a video, you can say, okay, do a flashcard game for me, and I can play a game where I can remember how much I've studied in the video so that you know how much you have grasped or you have to learn. Then there's something called a video summary. So it gives you a text summary of the video also. See, all of these you can independently do on ChatGPT today, but all of us don't have the GPU, or maybe after a limit it'll say today, or a day limit is over, or the ChatGPT free version is not as good as the paid version. So these give you a better capability in that sense. So one more is a video summary that you get for every video that you can do. The third part is a programming coding assistant we have brought. So there'll be, when you have the programming platform on NPTEL, there's going to be a small assistant on the side. So you write a code, it does not work. Typically we would go to a friend, or in the college there'll be a lab assistant, or there'll be a faculty, we'll ask them what happened, where is my bug, I can't debug it, and so on. So here what we brought is a coding assistant. You can ask the coding assistant, what is the problem, my code is not working. Coding assistant will give you some input saying, check the syntax, check this and all that. Kind of it is done for no jailbreak, but there might be a rare instance of jailbreak that happens, but basically it will only kind of push you towards a solution or not give you a solution. You can't ask it, give me a solution. It will not do that, but it will help you for all C, C++, Java, everything it will help you and give you kind of where the mistakes might be, go back and check this, you can interact with it. So there's also going to be a widget that helps you with that. And some more are, which might be interesting to a lot more of your students are, soft skill mock interviews and technical mock interviews. So we have also enabled where a student can log in, they can say start an interview, and a voice will start asking you questions. Based on how you answer, it will keep going with the interview. Finally, a report comes to say, are you good or not? So in the BS program, we have tried for some of these features. It works very well in the program that we run. It gives quite a good report of the student, which is very close to what even a human will evaluate. It will be similar inferences that we are getting. So there's a soft skill interview also on how the student is presenting, how the student is kind of attending, answering and all of it. There's also a technical interview. So in ML, data science and all, you can actually make it like a 45-minute interview on ML concepts and all that, the techniques, the algorithms, everything it asks and then gives you a report. So that's also being enabled here. So the support we want from the SPOCs is that once we are running it from July 20th when the courses go live, we will come back to you saying, can you have 20, 30 of your students try these features out and then tell us whether it's useful, whether it is good, whether you want some changes there or something like that. We are not rolling it for the 30 lakh people. We are rolling it out in certain courses for certain groups of people only. This is only a pilot. It's not a full-fledged rollout. Based on the pilot and the feedback, we want to then enable whatever is most interesting, whatever is most useful that we feel for the students. So we'll come back to you as, requesting you for giving us feedback from your side as faculty, from student side, whatever they see on whichever features they like so that we can do a better job of it. So I'll leave the thing for now. This is the post-bac fellowships. Anybody from your college is doing the pre-doc, post-bac fellowships from last year or somebody like that? Any from the local chapters here? Okay. So this might be something that's very interesting. Last year we started this. This post-bac fellowship actually enables a star to apply for projects that are proposed by the NPTEL course faculty. And if they get selected after a round of interview or based on their resume, for 1 year they can spend time with the faculty in their research lab. And this is primarily to give an exposure to the learner about research happening in that particular institute, in that particular area, and also see whether they like doing research, whether they'd like to go in for a master's or a PhD. That's why we call it a post-baccalaureate, which is after a bachelor's, or like a pre-doctoral to say that, okay, you want to explore doing a PhD and commit 5 years, maybe you want to try 1 year first, see whether you're happy, and then we can go in for the rest of it. So this is something we did last year. We got about 100 projects from faculty. We had about 300 people apply, 80 were selected, and I think 69 are completing the 1 year with us. Success stories, 5 of them have converted to PhDs. So 5 of them at IIT Roorkee who joined the pre-doc program have converted and accepted into the PhD program. They are now going to do their PhD at IIT Roorkee. The other people we are tracking, some have joined MTech in some institutes writing GATE, and we are tracking the others' impact also. This year we again rolled it out. We got totally of about 138 projects. We got 549 applications. 180 students have been selected into the pre-doc program. So the deal is that we pay 25,000 plus HRA from NPTEL side every month for the 12 months. So the faculty does not pay anything, but we bear the expenses of it. 1 lakh for contingency, which is more for the consumables and whatever they might be using during that 1 year at that institute when they're working on the research work. So these are the numbers. This time IIT Kanpur also has 12 candidates who are supposed to join here. I think the pre-docs are joining here. This is something I would really urge the SPOCs to take back to your colleges. Encourage the toppers and the stars to look into this as an option. See, even if they are taking up a corporate job at the end of, say, 4 years when they finish their bachelor's, if some of them are interested in a master's or a PhD, or you think they might be good for academics, why not explore a master's? You can tell them, try this for a year, see whether it fits you. You don't like it, go back to a corporate job, right? Nobody stops you from that. But this gives you a good exposure into seeing whether you want to do an MS or MTech or a PhD. And this is a good way to explore that kind of an opportunity. So this might be something that we would really urge SPOCs to tell your stars, tell your bright students about it, saying apply for these opportunities and kind of get into the pre-doc part. Okay, but okay. Okay, so we have some videos, but I don't think we have time to play, so I'll skip them. Yeah, this feedback from the people and greatly positive, nothing that that is kind of thing. They've done a lot of work there with the faculty and so on, so that's there. Support for SPOCs to attend conferences, all of you know it, I think, so this has been going on. We have received 40 proposals so far, 7 utilized, 19 approved. So more of you can apply for conferences that you're going to. We have described where all we will be supporting. And I think the T4E, the Teaching Learning Conference, is coming at IIT Madras this December. And Dr. Jayakrishnan will be probably reaching out to many more of you. You can submit learning related papers to that conference and attend it. We are doing a separate kind of bucket for funding people to attend the IIT Madras conference. Also, we'll give you more details as that come. But that conference is on in December. This is a new thing for stars that we have brought in, domain stars and superstars. So the previous was only for SPOCs. But for domain and superstars also we have conference support that we have started from last time. Domain and superstars can be faculty, can be students. Again, I would encourage you to ask your faculty domain stars, your faculty superstars, your students superstars to apply if they are going for conferences to support to us, okay? So this time we received 26 applications, 17 approved, 8 utilized. We are waiting for the remaining paperwork to come on. Internships for toppers, again a very good opportunity, a 2-month, 3-month at an institute like IITs or IIITs or CMI or IMSC or ICERs, wherever the faculty are, to go there and experience for 2 or 3 months. And this is the thing, the toppers of the course are invited to apply for internships. And once they apply, the faculty selects them. Then the student has to go in person. Nowadays, online is like much lesser as compared to that. All faculty are saying let them come in person to the institute. So that is what they want. And we have revised the stipend from 5,000 per month that we were paying to 15,000 per month. So if you are doing 2 months or 3 months, it should be comfortable enough for the student to go there for an internship, which includes travel, stay and all. The only thing is, yes, we are not guaranteeing accommodation at the IITs because we ourselves have a paucity of hostels. But in and around all our IITs, we have very good PGs where all our staff stay and many of the students also stay. That should be possible there. So if they can avail of this opportunity, it's very good. Again, I would urge the SPOCs to tell your toppers, because inside your dashboard now we have something called internships as a tab. You click on it, we say which faculty have accepted for internships, which students are eligible, who has applied, who has accepted and all that. So that is something that you can again track, encourage from your side, ask more people to apply. The big blocker we are getting is, we are getting faculty to accept students for internships, but students are not going there, or if they go there, they are not completing it. Various reasons, they say, oh, I'm not able to adapt to the place. Within 3 days, they are like, I'm not able to adapt to the place. It's very difficult. It is somewhere else. My parents are not allowing me. I mean, parents not allowing comes after they've been going through the process and entirely selected by, say, IIT Kharagpur. When they have to go in the month of May, suddenly they're like, parents are not allowing. So now we are going to ask for parent consent, college consent and all, because we want to be sure that once we have done the process, people will come and join. So that is something that's there. This time 406 internships have been rolled out from our side. We would like to scale it to even 1,000. We are happy to do even 1,000 people going to the IITs as interns. 406 have accepted, but we don't know how many are going to complete. Even last time for the 83, actually 170 or so had accepted, but only 83 completed the internships last time. So again, as SPOCs, I would say, encourage students, because these are superb opportunities for them to come into the premier institutes, work with faculty, see the PhD group or the master's group, what work they are doing, engage with them, then get an idea of, whether they want to apply there for master's or a PhD. Again, it's a short stint, much shorter than the pre-doc, but it's a very nice way to get into the institutes and do some work with them. So this is the data we show inside your SPOC login. This is the internship summary that we have, 406, and it's in progress. And some of the interns have also converted to masters and PhDs there. So there's one person who's converted to a PhD, completed it, and is now in the US. There are stories where the internships also get into a longer program with the IIT. So this is something that we have done. This already, I think Angana has talked about. Translation is something that's going on. We have almost completed phase 2 of translation, which is 33,000 hours. We are going to apply to the ministry for the next phase of translation, which might be 15 or 20,000 hours. So once that comes in, again, we will reach out to all of you to help us out with the translated versions of the videos that we have. And as, if you've seen the latest, we are doing audio dubbing of the videos. It is not just the subtext that we are changing into various languages, but it is, the videos are getting audio dubbed. So that is something that is happening. So students can actually watch the videos. These are just the hours. Hindi is, of course, the maximum we are doing, but then come in the other languages too. So from the north, Punjabi, thanks to Professor here, we've had a lot of interest from the Punjab community, faculty community. They've been doing translation, so it's become 12. Otherwise, we always used to show 0, 0 and get questions saying what's happening here. Thanks to them, we at least have 12 courses now that have been translated, more coming. Assamese and Odias there as a, yeah. So we have transcripts, we have books, we have on SWAYAM, you can toggle, you can watch the video, multiple ways in which you can access the translation. So we wanted to show this, but I think we'll skip it for time. FDP, I think all of you know, you can apply for FDP certificates. If you have passed NPTEL courses and you're a faculty, you get an additional certificate. Till 2028, we have renewed the MOU, so this will be valid until then. The numbers this time, 254,000 faculty enrolled, 72,000 wrote exams, 48,000 took FDP certificates from us. So that's the number that we have. Free preparation for GATE exams, we are starting it again. For GATE 2026, you can start asking your students to register on the portal, completely free again, no money at all for this coaching. We have multiple types of content on the GATE portal. We have mapped the last 12 years of question papers to the video lectures that each question will require as concepts. So they can go there, watch the video, get the concept, come back, solve the problem. Every single question of the last 12 years of most disciplines is solved with video solutions. So they will also know how to solve the paper. Then we have live interaction sessions with PMRS for doubt clearing. We have counseling sessions going on with them. And apart from it, we also have mock exams that start from September month. So every Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., students can come and write a mock GATE exam in whatever discipline they choose. There's a leaderboard, we'll show you the scores also. And all of this is free. So one advantage that we keep saying is, All NPTEL courses are created primarily by faculty of IIT, all the IITs. GATE exam question papers are set by faculty of IITs. So there is a strong correlation and people can study from here to know how it is to be done, how it is to be solved. A good opportunity to not be missed. Please take it back to your students and you can do that. This is NPTEL Plus. This is the platform where we do content that we cannot do on SWAYAM. So SWAYAM has very strict guidelines on who can offer courses, what type of courses we can do. Everything has to be a 4-week, 8-week, 12-week course. We have to do assignments every week. We have to do an exam at the end of it. There is also on who can offer the courses on SWAYAM and so on. So to kind of circumvent all of it, we have NPTEL Plus, where there's a lot more flexibility for us. So you can do anything between a 2-hour workshop to a 20-hour, 40-hour program that we can run here. We have something called master classes where we have faculty from outside India who come in and also do classes for NPTEL learners. So there are a multitude of possibilities here. Like you can see, there are a lot of short courses we have done, 2 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Typical number of people enrolling is around 150, 100, 200 is there. One course which is water quality, a very nice course which might be very relevant to a lot of you, is on water quality in your local areas. How do you do testing? How do you do checking? Some data collection that we are doing from that. So in that we had about 740 people. It's a collaboration between an IIT Madras faculty and an Israel university. Both of them actually teach on that. That's a course that's there. Something on GIS, drones, machine learning. Then there is data engineering, practical internship. Effective teaching is a course that has been going on into group 4, cohort 4 now, 488 people, primarily for faculty who want to teach CS courses. So this is a 4-week course. He has videos, but then faculty have to create question papers, have to create learning content, they have to come and present it. It's a very interactive kind of a course that he has been running successfully. You can see the other topics here, career development, linguistic analysis, passive architecture, whatever they have. Then we have more of these. I just wanted to show the diversity of topics that we do on this. And it's very simple, right? On a Saturday morning, you said, go for a workshop, attend 2 hours, and you know something about a topic. Even if it's not in-depth, you're exposed to at least a topic that can be kind of, you know, you can see whether you're interested or not there. Nanomaterials, safety leadership, there's something on chemistry, Java programming, signal classification. So a lot more of it coming. So just to show, from Kanpur also we've had a couple of faculty who've been doing workshops here. And these are the master classes where we have faculty outside India also doing classes for us. From University of Florida, from ESSEC France, we've had people. Southampton University, we've had people. So this is the master classes that we do here. Soft skill training for NPTEL students, this has been something we've been doing for the last 5-6 years. And number of colleges that we've completed in the last 6 months is 41. Again, completely free. So those of you who don't have a training division in your college that actively trains students for placements, interviews, please write to local chapter, division, write to Angana ma'am or write to the Kanpur office, and we can get this done for you. We have soft skill trainers on our side. No payment from the local chapter side. It's a 7-day or a 14-day program. And they do a lot of things like resume writing, how do you present yourself there, grooming skills, in general communication skills. And finally, there is a one-on-one. The soft skill trainer does a half-an-hour interaction with every student on a one-on-one basis and gives them personalized feedback on where they have to improve also. And at the end of it, there is of course a certificate given, so you can write if you want to avail of this. And feedback has been good where people said the training helped them to get the confidence to actually present, and many of them got jobs also when they went for interviews. So these are video feedbacks that we have. Lab workshops are again 1-week workshops that we do, which are in person at the institute where the lab workshop is offered. You can go and experience a lab infrastructure there. So morning, afternoon, typically Monday to Friday, 10 experiments you will do. On a Saturday, you will do a lab exam. It's typical a 1 credit that you can take for the lab course. So we've done all of this as a lab workshop on genomics. Mostly it's Isa Bhopal, Roorkee or Bombay who's been fronting it. So we have on a lot of electrical engineering, we have hands-on programming sessions for quantum computers is something new, digital system design, some microcontroller-based things. A lot of things in biology, if you can see, basic immunology, we had protein production and drug screening, molecular plant biology, DNA technology. All these are where you go and see the cutting edge infrastructure, you see the technology there, you interact with again the scholars and the faculty who are doing research in these areas, spend 6 days at that institute and kind of get it done. So this is something very, very valuable. Please pass it on to your students whenever we are also giving you the brochures. Our social media handles, these are the numbers that we have currently. Please subscribe to it. Ask the students to subscribe. All updates come on the social media handles. Industry Associates, about 102. The best part of it is we've been doing a lot of CSR. We have a lot of CSR support with us. So please avail the CSR support. If there are students who require it because of their economic and financial kind of backgrounds, please avail and ensure that you're giving them that 500 rupees back, the fee waiver that we give back. So this year, I think we have support for more than 25,000 students. And we need to use that in the July and Jan semester. So please make use of it when we are opening up the windows for you to apply for it. Okay? There's a new scheme we have started for girl students doing STEM courses. With silver and above, we are refunding the fees to them. So this is a special initiative where we want to encourage girl students in STEM. This is again come from CSR. So if there are girl students who are in STEM courses with 75%, we will do an automatic refund of fee waiver for them. So that's it. INUs, we have been handling the courses for the last 2 semesters. In July 25 also, we will be handling the operations part of offering the course for AMU and BHU. So we will do the course upload on the SWAYAM portal. Weekly assignments will get released. We will ensure and monitor that forums are answered. Exams will happen on time. Results will be released on time. Quality of content is monitored by the INIs. It is not by us. So they have a committee and they have given us the courses to take. So the quality of content is based on them. But the delivery, we are ensuring it happens on time. January, there might be a transition that BHU becomes the coordinator for it. So we may not be responsible going forward. We will keep you all posted about it, in which case they will handle everything from exams to the portal to everything. We will not be involved. But for the July semester, NPTEL is taking care of this. So if you're enrolling in this, you can be assured at least that things will happen on time. Content part is up to them on how they are going to do it. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for the opportunity. There's updates about NPTEL from our side. I think we'll take a break now for tea and snacks. We'll come back. We'll have a Q&A interaction session. We'd like to hear your feedback and any issues, concerns that you have over the last couple of semesters. We'll try to see how we can resolve it and then take it for the felicitation from there. Thank you so much.
I have to ask you to sit for 2 minutes, sirs and ma'ams, please. No, we will have coffee tea. Dr. Sanjay Bhandari from Jodhpur. Professor Sanjay Bhandari from Jodhpur. He was here in the morning. Where did he disappear? Professor Sanjay Bhandari from Jodhpur. No, he has a train to catch, so if we could just felicitate him before we break for tea and coffee, it'll be very nice. Can you just, So till Professor Bhandari comes for 5 minutes, if we can have Professor Mohit Bisht from Tulas. He's a very new SPOC, and but he has been so active and so at it that I mean, we hear from so many of our regular SPOCs. So I just thought if you would come up, sir, please, and share some experience with us on stage till we locate Professor Bhandari. If I can have the mic, please. Shubham, please. Yeah, please. Take the center stage. I know you are all very thirsty for coffee and tea. Plus, if you can please give him a good round of applause, it will be appreciated. Sir, please, at the center stage, please. Come here.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good morning to everyone. Good to see you, all of you. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Mohit Bisht, and I am coming from Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand. And I am currently having a position SPOC from my institution, that is Tulaz Institute, Dehradun. And this is my second meeting here to just have such experience with all of you. So, and I can share you my last experience that I initiate such initiative in my institution. We had almost 180 certification in last college, and our college has been active as a local chapter. And Angna ma'am supported me in each problem and stage. Everything I have done very fast, but secured our college as a local chapter. So thank you everyone, and thank you Professor Satyaki Roy, ma'am, Bharti ma'am, everyone who gave such very insightful things and to us informed very well. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Shubham, please. So Professor Sanjay Bhandari unfortunately could not be located, but before we break for tea and coffee, I would like to thank all the spokes from Uttar Pradesh. We have climbed up quite a number of rungs now. So we have made it to the 4th position. Yes, and please give yourselves a round of applause, because we were somewhere down in the 10th and the 11th and the 12th, and finally we are there. I feel so happy, but our neighboring state is still ahead of us. Madhya Pradesh is still leading. So we have to work a little more hard so that we can do it. All of us can do it. So thank you very much. And we can break for tea and coffee now, but with the promise that we will all be back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
आ जाएगा आ जाएगा।
पीछे बैकग्राउंड में भी आ जाए सर।
निकालना पड़ेगा ना। कहाँ गया था ये ना?
हाँ हाँ, बिजी आ रहा था फ़ोन।
इसमें फिल्टर नहीं है ना? इसमें फिल्टर नहीं है ना?
पता नहीं मैं तुम्हें क्यों फ़ोन किया था यार, मैं दिमाग से निकल गया। मैं फ़िल्टर नहीं चाहिए, एक मिनट रुकिए समय। अरे यार तुम स्टेज के इधर आओ, मैं माइक चल रहा है। अरे ठीक है, अरे स्टेज के हमको चाबी चाहिए थी, हम उसको फ़ोन करके भूल गए क्यों हमने फ़ोन किया था।
क्या चाबी?
वो ग्रीन रूम का।
हाँ।
यस मैम।
संजय जी, अभी स्लाइड्स शो मत करिएगा. नो स्लाइड, हाँ. Are we all back from tea? Madhvi ma'am, is there anybody left? Bharti ma'am को बुला दीजिए. हाँ. May I request Professor Satiki Roy to please join Bharti Madam? Sir, please. Professor Sanjay Bhandari, we found him out. So he lost and found. Please, sir, come up on the stage, please. Jodhpur Institute of Engineering and Technology, Certified A. A category certificate for Jodhpur Institute of Engineering and Technology. I must tell you, they are located in Western Rajasthan, where the number of students are far less than the number of colleges. They hardly have 5 to 6 colleges existing in that part of the country. And out of that, he's done such a commendable job. I think after the tea break, he deserves a louder round of applause than what he got. So thank you very much. And now we are open to question-answer session. And where are our volunteers with the mic, please? Yes. So Shubham is here. Anybody who has any query, any doubt, anything to clarify, please raise your hand and Shubham will come running with his mic. So the stage is all yours and our spokes.
Angana, you also stay here because
I'm
UP
here.
ka problem tumi solve
But that is Jasmine ma'am from VIT, Bhopal.
Actually, ma'am, in the last 2 years, we offer the courses, NPTEL courses for the equivalent credit transfer. That's the reason more number of students appear for the examination. More number of students got toppers. So in the last Jan to April, out of 7,000 students registered, 6,700 students present for the examination. So now, in each and every semester, we provide the course for equivalent to credit transfer. Now I have one query. Normally, we are offer the courses 12-week courses. Now we plan to give the 8-week courses. In the registration page, we can able to see the credit details, and it is for the UG or PG students. So 8-week courses, they mention only 2 credit. In the certification, I can able to see it is a 2 or 3 credit courses. I want to confirm it is equivalent for 2 or 3.
So the recommendation we give from NPTEL side is that a 12-week course is 3 credits, 8-week course is 2 credits. But your accepting university can take it for how many ever credits you say. So on the back side, we would have given, if you're counting the additional engagement of the learner with respect to the transcripts they're going to read as notes, or they're going to participate in live discussion forums or something like that, then the engagement is much more. So you can give a 12-week course for a 4 credits also. I know of universities in the south and colleges which have taken it even for 5 credits or so. So it depends on how you're counting the learner engagement and what is the credits you're assigning. The basic content which we say videos plus assignment, if you count, we recommend 1, 2, 3 credits for a 4-8, 12-week course. So that's a way that we recommend, but it's up to your thing to accept it for credits.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. One more doubt.
So I'll just add one more thing here. Please understand that typically a half-an-hour course recorded on a video in a studio environment where the instructor doesn't have much of an interaction with the live audience, the content being covered in that is almost like close to 1 hour or 50 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So when you calculate the total content, please calculate based on that also. That would help you to actually analyze the total number of, other than the number of engagement, what is being absorbed by the learners, that also becomes important.
Yes, sir. Because
Also, madam, if you go through the NCRF framework, they say that 30 notional learning hour is equal to 1 credit. So notional learning hour, as Bharti ma'am said, involves not only the lectures, it involves the students' involvement with it, the tutorials, the assignments, if he or she is spending some time on projects or whatever for that course. So you have to, you can calculate your credits based on that. So that is absolutely given in bold writing in NCRF document that you can have. You can translate your credits according to the notional learning hours, and so calculate it on the basis of that, and then you can also translate that credit in your BOS, it will be acceptable.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. One more doubt. Actually, more number of students writing the examination. We in our university, in between the indoor and the Bhopal, it is far from indoor and the Bhopal. Okay, that's the reason our the Provisy sir and the registrar sir recommended to ask if possible to conduct the exam in our campus. What is the procedure? So more than 7,000 students. This time now it's enrollment completed around 5,000 students, and we need to in more number of involved register.
Yeah, so as Bharti ma'am explained during her talk, what you need to do is you write a mail to us.
So only for our students, sir.
Yeah. So you write a mail to us.
Okay.
And see, if
Which
you
email
have-
ID? Sir? We
If
can.
you have within your university the capacity to conduct examinations that way, then there will be some kind of a tie-up. We'll at least initiate it from our end, and we'll explore the possibility of TCS kind of making you as what center they call it? The collaboration with TCS. There's some center that IDZ centers. Yeah.
So VT exam we are regularly conducted in our campus, sir. VIT entrance examination.
So that would be much more easier, right? If
Yeah.
you're already doing it, are you
Through the
in
TCS
IDZ?
only.
Yeah. So if you're doing it, then it becomes much more easier, perhaps. Just send a mail to us.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, sir. Shubha?
Ma'am, I'm Dr. Prashant Panse from Medicaps University, Indore. We do have a different programs in our university, and we have offered NPTEL courses to our PhD scholars. The PhD scholars have to do coursework from the NPTEL itself. So we already offered some of the bunches of the courses when they enrolled into the PhD program. Now what happened, few of the courses has been left by some of the students because of any reasons. And now in this semester, like it was the previous semester case, now this semester, like I took an example of a paper qualitative research methodology and research writing. Now in this upcoming semester, it is not being offered. And student has opted earlier, but not able to clear the paper because of any reason. But in this semester, when he came into the next semester, he has to pass that paper. But it is not being offered at this semester. So in such cases, can we request you to rerun that courses in which our student has not appeared or not passed due to some reason? Yeah, it's a PhD, so coursework will be completed after clearing that paper only. Fine. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Plus, I think now we are already pre-announcing the courses which will be offered in consecutive semesters also well in advance. So when students take up the courses, please also check this out, because if there is a course,
Get the examination. So that was the case. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, one more question. Yes. Ma'am, this is related to that STEM, Tier 3 city STEM, female candidates. I mean, NPTEL will going to reimburse or will going to reimburse entire fees of that girl candidate if it comes into STEM. There was one slide. Yeah. So what is it? Is it for all the girl candidates? Girls doing STEM courses. Yes. And getting a super For all the girl candidates? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, in front,
So,
yeah.
so I have few, should I ask ma'am there?
Where, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm Dr. Anil Yadav. I am Deputy Dean Academics at Amity University, Gurgaon campus. Morning I was listening Professor Roy and Madam Angna and later Madam Bharti. It was nice presentation and giving this opportunity to come here and speak with NPTEL team. It's nice experience, of course. Earlier, you know, there were SPOC in our institution and there was no good participation from the student, but since last 2 semesters, we assigned duty to another SPOC. And this semester, January to July 2025, before that, we passed a regulation in our AC, Academic Council, like one SWAYAM course will be mandatory for each and every student to do from the SWAYAM NPTEL. Now, every student registered for that SWAYAM, but few challenges we faced during the last semester. One of the challenges like there was last date of the enrollment in the SWAYAM course. Student enrolled there, but before that, teachers has given the assignment. And of course, you are aware about that there is a minimum requirement to submit the assignment like 75%. And if they are not submitting, so they will be failed in the internals on the SWAYAM. So more than 50% of students said before the enrollment date, some of the assignments was over and we were unable to, you know, complete those assignments. And that's why they were failing the internals. And of course, then the end term exam, they were unable to appear, of course, because of the failing. This is one challenge we faced in the last semester. So hope NPTEL and SWAYAM will be having some remedy for this in the coming session. Second is the query, the timeline of declaring the result. Now, in our university, for example, we are starting session from the July this time and ending the session in the month of December. And similarly, we are starting session in the month of January and ending in the month of June. So there is a timeline for the declaration of the result at the university. So while we are considering the credit transfer, we have to incorporate these subjects into the mark sheet, into the result. Now, because of late declaration of the result of the NPTEL or SWAYAM, either we have to put RL, result late or result later declared into the, and now for all those 5,000, 6,000 students, putting that RL is a difficult task for us. So the timeline, I think in my opinion, should be little bit mapped with the declaration of the result basically. It should be little bit earlier, we should be. Now, third is the challenge what we faced in the last semester. That was because there are students fail in the internal, not only the external, like one of the professor from here, he mentioned about the PhD program. Now, course run in this semester, next semester it is not running. Then how the students will be able to pass that subject as a reappear. And in the internal sub-paper, for example, the assignment, student is passed in the NT exam, NTEM exam, but he was failed in the internals. So how will be the mechanism to pass that subject in the internal? This is my third query. There are other queries, maybe others will ask and that will be addressed. Otherwise, at the end, I can ask some more queries regarding this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so first is your assignment deadlines. So this time our courses are starting on July 20th. So you can sit down please. So the enrollment date for now that is declared is 1 week from that, which is July 27th that we are going to close. But the week 1 contents and assignment are already out there, so people can access it. The enrollment, I'm going to talk on behalf of NPTEL, then I'll say what happens with the other SWAYAM courses. So for NPTEL, normally by March of 2025, the entire course list was declared for what we are going to open in July. May, I think 7th or so, we had opened enrollment for all our courses we announced to the SPOC. So assumption is, barring the first semester students who are going to come into any program, if there are existing students with you in the system who might be with you in the month of May, they start getting enrolled from there itself even if they go for vacation or there are means to communicate with them. So from May 7th, technically till July 27th, our enrollment is open for the first set of courses. For the August 20th start courses, we have enrollments open till August 20th. So typically for the first set of courses, we also extend enrollment for 1 more week. And week 1 and week 2 deadlines go into the week 2 together. With a warning to the SPOCs that 2 weeks of content have been released, assignments have been released. It's going to be a challenge for the students to come in the last day of the week 3 when the contents are going out. Please do not get them in is a constant reference from our side. But yes, it is up to the college, and to say how we can cope and put them in is something that I will say. With respect to assignment cutoffs in the course, we do best 3 out of 4, best 4 out of 6, best 6 out of, best 3 out of 4, best 6 out of 8, and best 8 out of 12 assignments for the 3 types of courses. So when we take the best 8 out of 12, already we are saying, okay, if you don't submit 4 assignments, it's fine. When we take best 6 out of 8, we are saying 2 assignments you don't submit, it's fine. And in that we say the average of the 6 assignments course must be greater than 40 out of 100. So when you're taking, say, 6 courses, out of 600, we are saying 40%, which is 240 marks. Typically, a student submits like 3 assignments and gets 100, 150 and gets, say, a 250 marks, they are through in the assignment. So they don't even technically have to submit 6 assignments. So they can miss even more. And we are saying it is not like we are going to check the attendance in the 6 assignments. We'll take the best 6 assignments. We will do the average of it, and they have to get more than 40 out of it. So if a student says that because of this deadlines and stuff, I did not submit, I would not really accept that argument. This is the argument I would put forth, that 1, you have 10 days for every assignment that you can submit. Already we are giving you a leeway to miss 2 or 4 assignments in the 8-week and 12-week courses. On top of it, even out of 6 or the 8, you actually need to submit 3 or 4 very well and do it. It's not a good learning practice. I do not recommend it at all that they submit 3 or 4 assignments and get that cutoff. I'm not saying that. But because we have a cutoff condition, that is all that is required mathematically when you calculate the assignment score to become eligible. So that is with respect to the assignment deadlines. So again, a request, a plea from NPTEL side. First semester students coming fresh into the college, please don't put them into NPTEL courses in the first semester. Let them come to college, let them settle in, do something, because we are getting a lot of requests from colleges saying our college is opening on August 1st, August 5th, August 10th. We are starting courses on July 20th. 2-3 weeks of content are already over, and as we can assume, the first 2-3 weeks will be introductory. They should be easier part of the course rather than when it gets more difficult as it progresses. So don't put the first semester of either a UG or a PG into NPTEL in the first semester. That is something. Your previous semester students, if they are in the 3rd or 5th or whatever semesters, they are already there with you. We are opening enrollments for the July courses on May 7th. You have a comfortable month to get them enrolled then itself for the July courses. If it's the January courses, by November 15th, normally we open enrollments. You still have a month there to get them enrolled even if they go for vacation. So kind of plan how you want enrollment for these students into the courses so that they can follow it up. That's the first part. Result declaration with respect to NPTEL, again I will say, we are maxing 20 days from the last exam that we have conducted. So for March 20th, 21st exam, April 10th, we had declared all the results. For the May 3rd exam that we finished, May 3rd and May 4th was the last exams we did. May 22nd, we had published results of all the 800 courses we were clocking at that time. This is a guarantee from NPTEL. This is a mandate to our faculty that we finish correction. We put out all the results. We do not go more than that because we know we are responsible for so many people waiting for credit transfer into their universities. In November this time, if you are finishing exams on November 4th, November 25th, our results will all be out for all courses for this semester. We do not delay more than that. By the same token, I would just like to say we have been asking SWAYAM. May, I think they finished the exams on May 10th. None of the results have come out yet. It's not come out to the SWAYAM portal as I can see it. I'm not aware of the status from the other coordinators, but since we monitor what is happening there with respect to the portal upload of data, I know that it has not been published there. So if it's respect to the other courses, you'll have to talk to the other national coordinators on what their timelines for result releases. But if you take NPTEL courses, 20 days is the max. I give my team to sign off. I know we put pressure on all of them, Lalti and all the other officers. We keep saying, call them, call them, call them. We literally pain our faculty 3 times a day calling them saying, please sign off. We need to release results. So 20 days from our exam dates, you will get results for all the courses. Within 4 days, we start our first course result that starts going out. So that's something. Failure in exams, again, I would say an earnest plea. This is all there in the credit recommendations. Don't make course titles mandatory for students. Give them a larger bucket to take from. Ask them to actually do the courses, pass, and then credit it into your system. That we have found to be the most effective in colleges that do large number of students taking up credit transfer is that you give them at least, even a bucket means does not even need that you have to give 100 courses. Give them even 5 courses, 10 courses or whatever. But you say you do it in 1, 2, 3, 4 semester. I will credit it for you in the 5 or 6 semesters. So they get 4 semesters to choose from that bucket, to attempt courses, to pass those courses, come back to you for credit transfer. If you say in the 8th semester you have to do ABC course and they don't pass it, they are going to not graduate, then you're waiting for us to conduct that course again and do something, or it puts you in a fix for them to graduate, it becomes a real problem. And that's something we're saying, 7th semester also is a gamble. Maybe have courses in 2, 3, 4, 5. For the BTech, I'm talking about the engineering. Get them to do a certain set of courses, give them whatever, 2 is mandatory, 3 is mandatory, fine, give them the bucket, give them the list, let them try it. Come back to you in 6th semester. And the policy again should be, there might be a set of students even in 4 semesters cannot pass our courses as per your requirement. Then you tell them take our in-house electives, go on so that you at least graduate. So the policy that you all put in for NPTEL courses definitely should be flexible enough to address the topper in your class and the last student in your class. It's not that we ourselves know NPTEL courses cannot be done by each and every student and each and every college. We are not even targeting that. It is for the next level of students, for them to access this kind of an education, for them to get exposure to it, to be able to do it. But say you give even the last student a German course maybe, a Japanese course maybe, an English course maybe, or something else that they would like and they would want to do, maybe their interest is elsewhere. If you give them that flexibility, out of 900 courses we offer, I think they can definitely do 5 courses. But then would you allow them to say, do any 5 from the 900? Is that the flexibility you give? I think they can do. But if you say in this 5, in this 10, do maybe 2, 3, we see students struggling quite a lot because they may not have the foundations. Our courses are at a different mathematical level. Our exposures there. Just now I was talking to a star there and she was saying, I'm a BTech AI and data science students from some college. I've done reinforcement learning. I went into the NPTEL course of reinforcement. I said, I've already studied this. I just did it. I failed the exam. And she was like, it got a shocker because I'm a BTech AI student. I've done RL in my college, but there's absolutely no connection to the RL that you all teach from your side. So the gap in what they learn as a particular subject and what we teach is very different in some cases. So these would be answers from our side for NPTEL for what you raised. We can discuss more if you have questions later on. But I think the flexibility that's there in terms of the scheduling we are doing for our courses, assignments that we have brought in already, the best 6 out of 8, the best 8 out of 12, gives that flexibility to miss a few assignments and probably not do well in certain assignments. And deadlines that we are doing is definitely there. We are keeping up to it. Failure in exams, you have to come out with mechanisms to handle it. Flexibility, giving your own exams, giving them alternate options so that they complete courses and kind of go on. So that's the thing. Other national coordinators, you'll have to check how they are doing things. Please be alert and aware on when they are releasing, how they are doing courses, how they are doing exams. You'll have to work with them on this. This is something that is not in the purview of NPTEL that we can handle from our side. Satiki sir, anything?
Yeah. So one important thing that's for everyone to understand is that when we offer these, let's say, 850 courses, and when I really look at the courses which have very high numbers of enrollment, and then I check the courses which have been approved by the board, trust me, that was, I mean, the whole purpose of offering so many courses are lost. There are so many good courses out there, but the university says कि communication skill course करना है. I mean, the whole point is that I know it is difficult because, I mean, when we were interacting with the universities, of course, Angana had gone out and talked to different universities around. People want a set of courses to be given. Perhaps that's where you need to influence actually, because you need to really bring in that flexibility for the learners, number one. Because finally the idea is that if you have somebody in your college who can offer a certain course, there's no point in going to NPTEL for it. Look out for courses where a student will not get exposed in your institute. It happens with our students also. And we definitely don't want, I mean, why would I tell a student to take up the course that I am teaching otherwise? I would rather say that, I mean, take up a course that we are not offering within our department or in our institute. That's something which becomes very important when it comes to selection of the courses. As far as examination is concerned, yes, I mean, as Bhati rightly said, I mean, we can talk about NPTEL because NPTEL conducts our examinations and we have been very specific about the way we want to go with. Rest of the verticals that we have on SWAYAM Prabha, on SWAYAM, they go with NTA, and with NTA what happens and all that, I mean, that's not in our control, to be very honest. The Board of Studies or whatever that approved in your institute, the SWAYAM courses, since the mandatory SWAYAM courses that was approved, obviously students are open to take up any courses, not just NPTEL, but courses from any other verticals. I mean, I can't say that don't allow them to take SWAYAM courses from other verticals, but yes, if they take up courses on NPTEL, then obviously you'll get your results well on time. That's what we can assure. Any other question?
Sir, in the last semester, there is one course that is Education for Sustainable Development. This course is offered through NPTEL also, as well as some other coordinator on the SWAYAM platform. That creates a confusion for our students because we give the students a list of courses that we shortlisted that can be pursued for 3 credits. In one list, there is I have mentioned that the Education for Sustainable Development can also be pursued. But mistakenly, students choose not the NPTEL course, but from other coordinator. So it is a request, at least the 2 courses which is offered both through the SWAYAM platform should not be of the same name. Because till the time students and we realize that the students have taken the wrong course, it has the enrollment in the NPTEL course has already been closed.
We got it, ma'am, we got it. But the point is that ab kya kare, bataiye. See,
So at least the same name should not be there.
You have Coke in the market, you have Thumbs Up, you have Pepsi, you choose what you like. I mean, see, you have to actually, you know, see the content, I mean, we want students and learners to take an informed decision. The title is something which is there, definitely. But there's also the proposer of the course, there's all information about the course content is there. So, thoda sa dekhna to padega ye. I mean, what you choose. Otherwise, these kind of mistakes, errors happen. I mean, if let's say somebody from, say Delhi University has offered a particular course on SWAYAM, how can I go and tell that person ki aap mat do? You're getting my point?
Good afternoon, sir.
Just a second. The whole issue is that these are, I mean, and even if, I don't know, I mean, is she referring to the same title on NPTEL?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, even if that is there, so usme koi problem nahi honi chahiye, ye kare ya wo kare, but then for a learner, you know, he has a flexibility to choose.
But sir, the problem is that the Education for Sustainable Development course offered through other coordinator, their timeline since has not been there, even if when the exam will be done, that is not coming up on time. And that since they are the second semester student and in IP University, the student in the second semester has to do the 3 credits on the MOOCs course. So since the timeline mismatch...
मैं खुलेआम बोलता हूँ आजकल कोई भी हो सामने NPTEL के कोर्स ले लो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
That later we realized that this problem is there. So that is only the... Okay.
Yeah, perhaps.
For this is problem,
if you can write
sir,
NPTEL, that will be better.
That's the reason we have to provide the link. We have to choose as a SPOC, we have to choose the link and we have to send mail to this course only, you have to register. After that enrollment, we have to verify in the Excel sheet. Suppose if the students wrongly register the particular course means again we have to inform the correct course. So we can easy to solve the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, but we appreciate your efforts, ma'am.
Credit transfer, they are registering it, they are clearing the exam, but they are not sharing the results with the stock other college. So we have a problem at the last moment to match everything again and again. So if possible, have a clear
So that's something which you have to take up na, in your university. I mean, you have to inform the students. We have posted it, as she said. Huh.
मेरा रिजल्ट नहीं आया, मेरा एडमिट कार्ड नहीं आया, उन्होंने मेरे को नहीं करना शुरू किया, मैंने पूरा प्रॉपर देखा, उस एडमिट कार्ड उसका कहीं भी नहीं, इसलिए तुम्हारा तो एडमिट कार्ड नहीं है, तुमने लॉगिन नहीं किया, सर मैंने लॉगिन किया, मैंने पेमेंट किया है, आई थिंक आईटी मद्रास में लुकिंग आफ्टर दैट, उसने मेल करी थी कि मैंने वो 70,000 रुपीज़ भेजे हैं, तो आई थिंक 70,000 रुपीज़ भेजे हैं, तो इतना तो कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ नहीं है, तो मैं उसको रात में, जब मेरे को मैसेज मिला तो मैं रात में शुरू हुआ कि भाई एडमिट कार्ड है, कहाँ गया, तो वो लड़का कहता है मैंने 70,000 रुपीज़ दिया है, मैंने पेमेंट किया है, मेरे को एडमिट कार्ड नहीं आ रहा, मेरा फ्रेंड का हो गया, तो वी फाउंड आउट हुआ क्या कि वो समर्स के पोर्टल पर सेमेस्टर रजिस्ट्रेशन कर रहा था, वहाँ पर एक कोर्स था NPTEL मूव ओपन, आई टेक दैट थिंग एंड आई स्टार्ट आई पेड, यूनिवर्सिटी सपोज टू प्रोवाइड मी द एडमिट कार्ड,
What is
we
this?
have all sort of cases.
Oh my.
We need to have some mechanism because we are feeling the heat. We are feeling the heat. Because we have to make arrangements to transport the students from point A to point B. But we don't know the exact figure till the very last moment the bus is ready to leave. Got to have something. If you are ready transfer कर रहे हैं तो आप वहाँ से लेके आइए. Then only we can do it. उनको reimburse करना है प्रॉब्लम है. Faculty है करती है.
No, this is, thanks for bringing this up. We'll have to perhaps kind of highlight it more or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
जाके देख रहा हूँ अगर तो वहाँ 600 लोग दिख रहे हैं. पर जब मैं रिजल्ट देख रहा हूँ तो 100 का ही दिख रहा है. That's the problem. Even the faculty is not sharing the result. See, privacy is till that time you are not using your correct answer. If something is there in that certificate,
The way that we do it is, if you have
You
a
take this,
domain-
take this.
See, this has been a recurrent problem for us, a recurrent question from SPOCs for us. So the first things that we started was, most of the people who register are 18 and above. They do have their individual rights. We have to respect them. That's privacy. If they want to share it, they can share it or not. So we were going with that policy. We give them enough windows where we say, you have said no, why don't you say yes, choose the correct local chapter. If the SPOC gives us a list, we enable it immediately. But if the student does not choose, we cannot do anything. That was one. Then for the last 1.5 years, what we have done is, if you have a domain email ID given by the university, which is used by the faculty or the student. So for instance, if you have, say, at iitm.ac.in is a domain that IIT Madras students get. If anybody registers with that particular domain, we map it automatically to IIT Madras because that email ID is a property of IIT Madras. You're using something that is given by an institute. Hence, even if you say no, I will map you to the university, I will share your results. So those of you who have a domain email ID, we normally ask the SPOC saying, give us a domain. Whatever comes in this domain, we will map it to your thing. We inform the people also. But if there are faculty and students who are doing it with Gmail and Yahoo and something, we don't know whether they're doing it out of their interest or whether they're doing it out of some other, requirements of the college. At that point, we cannot discern from our side. It is their individual freedom to say, I want to show, because many faculty have come back to us, we've got this point raised. They say, Madam, agar fail ho gaye, to it's a shame for us that the college comes to know that we have not passed. So I don't want to reveal my result till I pass. This is a faculty feedback very strongly that we have gotten. So we say, okay, that is up to you. But students have to understand if they don't have a domain email ID, then in that case, the awareness from the college side has to go कि अगर तुम्हें credit transfer चाहिए तो तुम्हें yes बोलना चाहिए and you have to share the data with us. नहीं तो data sharing will not happen. With respect to buses and everything else, whatever is the data that we show within the SPOC login, which we have gotten acceptances from, we give the center address, we give everything so that you can plan. I think that information is okay from our side. Again, I don't know if you're referring to SWAYAM or NPTEL, but in NPTEL side, definitely for the center itself, we give to the SPOC because we know many colleges that plan for bus trips for their students to go for exams. So when the centers come out from TCS and we finalized, आपके login के अंदर जो भी register किया है, we give the center address for them. That is the planning that you can do.
They are using a different email ID. I'm having a head count of 100, making arrangement for 100. Last moment there are 300 students waiting to board the bus.
Yeah, but that data we also don't have. That's a problem from our side.
If you remember last semester, I'm from Jammu.
Okay.
University Katra. If you remember last semester, we had an issue at the examination center. There's a girl was beaten a boy. So all these type of things are to be taken care of now because the count is increasing, so is increasing the issue. That day somewhere around 8 p.m. we were released.
But that's a one-off, sir. When 9 lakhs happens, we had, I think, 3 incidents. So I guess that is inevitable. But
Something has to be done. This process may continue. Other problems will be there.
but this is something like a public thing that we all have to, as a system, handle it, right? We cannot factor in, I think, for that. So.
We can take 3 more questions. Pam, sir, and Dr. Balia. After that, we have to do the felicitation. Post felicitation, n number of questions will be entertained and answered. Thank you so much for understanding.
Thank you, ma'am. Myself, Dr. Kamlesh Sharma, Professor and SPOC of Manavishna International Education and Research and Studies. Bharti ma'am, Satoki sir, my question is just a request. We have education and sustainable development that everybody is talking is a very popular course in these days, and it is compulsory by the UGC. The student has to do this course. So in our university, what we are doing, we are offering the courses in some student will do in second semester and some will do in the third semester. So in the last semester, we offer this course through the NPTEL. Student did this course, but this time, because this is not in the course list, I have already write a mail to Angna ma'am to rerun this course this semester also, but somehow it is not possible due to, might be I have written mail very late, but it's a request ki please rerun this course in every semester, because this is very, very popular and compulsory also from the universities and the institutions. Ma'am, second request, when I'm in these days...
Mail forward kar diya hai, don't worry.
I know, but I'm just putting the request for the coming semesters, not for this semester. I receive your mail. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Second question, ma'am. In these days, the mentors edition is open, but my SPOC account on the SWAYAM is not activated. I don't know. In the last semester, it was activated, and I'm able to do the mentor edition part, but this semester, it's not visible. So, to whom I have to address this? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, ma'am, if you can please pass it to sir.
So with 1 minute. So with respect to the courses, every semester we are running about 50 courses every semester, like the Python course, Java course, programming courses, some soft skill courses, English courses. About 50 of them we have identified, which are very popular and taken by a large number of learners, which are kind of required semester after semester. So we run these every semester, but the remaining about 800, 850 courses are being run only once a year. So even if we go back to faculty and say we want to run it twice a year, sometimes they have a hesitation, to say, oh, why is it, I'll do it once and all. But if a college comes and we get 3-4 requests, right, then they are very happy, oh, somebody's asking for it, then I will do it. That is one mentality of the faculty that we see. Second one, for the the July semester that we have to run, May we open enrollments. By February end, we freeze the courses with the ministry. So we have to send the ministry the list, entire list. They have to approve it because there is some financial implication also there. They have to approve the budgets for us. By March it happens. After that, they don't technically allow us to change courses. Deletions, they are accepting still, not really blocking us too much. We are getting a pushback there also, but addition is a no almost. And for the January, semester courses, by August mid, they are asking us to freeze the course list so that they can finish the internal thing. So if you have any requests for January 2026, please send it to us before August 1st, at least, so that we can add. For the July semester, please send it to us before March 1st so that we can add and get the ministry approvals. Okay.
Hello, good afternoon. Myself, Professor Alok Mohan from 6846 GNIUT Institute of Professional Studies, Greater Noida. I want to ask one thing and advise you to kindly introduce assignment tracking in the SPOC login, because we are not able to assess the assignments from the students, whether they are doing or not. It is not there. Because if they will not do the assignments, they will not take the exams. This is very difficult for us.
It is on the mentors login. Yes. It's always under the mentors login, sir.
Okay, not under the SPOC login. Okay.
Sure. Earlier with SPOC, ma'am. Now it's not there.
No, no, from
It
the
was-
last three
Yeah,
runs.
it
is
was there
under
with
the Mentor's
SPOC
login.
account.
They have removed it because it is easy for them to keep a track.
Yeah, yeah.
Because mentors only understand the students. But for them, I think it is visible on the.
Hello.
Okay, we will pass this message.
Hello. Bec-
I am.
Because mentor is a kind of optional provision. So many a times it happens that students are not supposed to, faculty is not supposed to track them down.
The last question from Professor Balia.
Thank you, ma'am. I am Jain Balia, professor in the SPOC, Central University of.
Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, Delhi. Nitin sir, another consistent performer. For Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, Kul Kangri Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar. Consistently they take the active spoke every year. Sometimes they miss it. This time they entered the aspirants. Wonderful. Huge round of congratulations and applause for you, Surya sir. He has been associated with NPTEL, I think, since 2017. From 2017. Medicaps University, Indore. Medicaps University, Indore, Prashant sir, aspirants. Sage University, Bhopal. Sage University, Bhopal. Moved on from being an active to an aspirant after years and years of hard work. So finally they have made it at the active special certificate. Now the showstopper of NPTEL. Amit Bodh Upadhyay. 19 star certificates to in his kitty. He has 19 and this time he has 2. I don't know when he'll stop. He deserves a louder round of applause even if you are hungry. Shriram College of Engineering and Management, Haryana. Shriram College. Allen House Business School. Allen House Business School. From our very own Kanpur. For the first time, I'm handing over a certificate to somebody from Kanpur. I'm so thrilled. Sneha ma'am from Allen House. Galgotia's College of Engineering and Technology. Galgotia's College. Kiran ma'am. Management Education and Research Institute. Shikha Gupta ma'am. Galgotia's College of Engineering and Technology, aspirants. Kiran ma'am from Management Education and Research Institute. Shikha ma'am, yes. Sagar Institute of Science and Technology. Sagar Institute, Bhopal. Chandrasekhar Pardhi sir, Sagar Institute, Bhopal. Raghavendra sir, where are you? Please. One more from Kanpur, just next door, Rama University, Kanpur, Raghavendra sir. He refused to take an active certificate, he refused to take any other certificate, he's bang on special. Thank you so much. Sagar Institute of Science, Technology and Engineering, Bhopal. Dr. Ashish Kumar Singhal. Institute of Technology and Management, Gwalior. Institute of Technology and Management, Gwalior. Aruna ma'am. Geeta University, Haryana. Geeta University. Chitkara University, Punjab. Ankit Bansal sir, Chitkara University. Sistek Bhopal. Sistek Bhopal, Bhavna Gupta ma'am. Sistek Bhopal. Now we move on to the A, AA, AAA categories. Sharda University. Sharda University from Uttar Pradesh. A. Sharda University, Uttar Pradesh, rated A. KIET Group of Institutions, Uttar Pradesh, rated A. KIET. University of Engineering and Management, Rajasthan. UEM, Rajasthan, rated A. IIMT Meerut. IIMT Meerut. Now I will call somebody. IIMT Meerut? Yes. Rated A again. Rated A. Now I will call upon someone who I had met in Jammu and said, this university has slept off, they don't work. But they are back with A rate. Shri Mata Vaishno Devi University from Jammu, Amit Kant Pandit sir. He was so kind to make it. He was very busy, but he said, I will definitely come for this. So, Maharaja Surajmal Institute, Delhi. Maharaja Surajmal Institute, Delhi, rated A. Gramothan Institute, Rajasthan. Gramothan Institute, Rajasthan. LNMIT, Rajasthan. Institute of Technology and Management, Gwalior. Institute of Technology and Management, Gwalior. Okay. Praveen Bhanodia sir from AITR, Indore. Praveen Bhanodia sir from AITR, Indore. You know, sometimes consistent strike rate does very well for the middle order in cricket. He is somebody like that, consistently getting the A rate, इससे ऊपर भी नहीं जाना, इससे नीचे भी नहीं आना. HLN Institute of Technology, Faridabad. Rated A. Amritsar Group of Colleges. Amritsar Group of Colleges. Amritsar Group of Colleges, rated A. Now double A. JC Bose University of Science and Technology, Faridabad. JC Bose from YMCA. No. JP Institute of Information and Technology, Indira ma'am. Ah, she is here. Very sincere, diligent, very nice, very organized worker, excellent she is. A huge round of applause for her. Graphic Era University, Graphic Era. Congratulations, sir. Double A. Double A for Graphic Era University. Shailendra sir from Shivnadar. Shailendra sir. I thought he's lost and found again. No, we found him. From Shivnadar, Shailendra sir, double A. Kamlesh ma'am from Manav Rachna. Kamlesh ma'am from Manav Rachna, our steadfast SPOC. Always there at our one phone call away. That's what she says. Double A for her. Manipal University, Jaipur. Manipal University, Jaipur. Shantanu sir, am I right? Shushrut Samanto. Shushrut sir from Manipal University, Jaipur. Double A again. Shireen ma'am from Jamia Hamdard, double A. She was very sad that she just got active spoke certificate last time. Why ma'am, why ma'am, why ma'am? Now she has done a double A. No single A, no special, seedha double A. Central University of Rajasthan. Central University of Rajasthan, double A. No. Purnima University. Purnima University. From Jaipur, double A. Dr. Gurpreet Singh is not here. Is there anybody who would take it on his behalf? Chandigarh University, triple A. Chandigarh University, triple A. Okay. Now we move on to those who have got more than one certificate in their kitty. Government College of Engineering and Technology, Jammu. Government College of Engineering and Technology, Jammu, Jyoti Mahajan sir. Special certificate, it's there at the back. He is an aspirant and A category, yes. Amity University, Gurgaon. Amity University, Gurgaon. Best rating university. Best rated university and A. Best improved rating. Best improved rating. Central University of Jammu, Dr. Balia, A rated with 2 disciplines. A rated with 2 disciplines in his kitty, law and physics. Law and physics. Though I don't know why the chemistry is not here. Sir, why the chemistry is not here? They had a huge number of students who had got gold in chemistry. Shri Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. Improvement on rating points outside top 100. No? Sorry. Sorry, it's not improvement. It's best in arts and science inside top 100. Best in arts and science inside top 100, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapit, Indore. Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. AA rated with a special certificate. They have got a discipline award in humanities and sciences. Technical University with humanities and sciences discipline topper. VIP Bhopal University, Jasmine ma'am, they have a special certificate and 2 disciplines in their kitty in aerospace and management. In aerospace and management. You know, she was very scared to come. She was like, Madam, I've never traveled outside Chennai. I don't know. But somehow we managed to bring her here. I'm so happy she's made it. Such a hard-working spoke, I could not let her go. So I'm so glad she's here. Gopal sir, are you here? VIT is a AAA rated. Please note, it's a AAA with 2 disciplines. Anybody from GLA? Gopal sir. GLA University AAA rated with 2 disciplines in management and multidisciplinary. Out of the 2,500 stars that Uttar Pradesh has, I think they have given us 500. And 1 special certificate in LCs with maximum NPTEL stars. LC with maximum NPTEL stars. I mean, I think they deserve a louder round of applause. They are next door in Mathura. They have done really well. Madhav Institute of Technology and Science, Gwalior. Praveen Bansal sir aaye nahi, but he has sent someone. So, Discipline Award in Civil Engineering and AAA rated. Discipline in Civil Engineering and AAA rated. And Madhav Institute is someone who has been consistently in the AAA category. Consistently, they have never failed a single time to get the AAA. So, oh, still some are left. One. Yes. Now the showstopper of today, Netaji Subhash University of Technology. Please come up, sir. I have to read out all their awards. It's a long list. First, AAA, of course. Then, in disciplines, they have got 1, 2, 3, 4. Computer science and engineering, electrical and electronics, humanities and social science, and management. Chahe kitna bhi bhook lagi ho, he deserves, I don't know, a big standing ovation, if it may. 4 disciplines. I know they're a bit heavy, sir, but it's all for you to carry. It's his day today. He is the showstopper today with all of these certificates in his kitty. Thank you so much for being here. I would like to introduce you to my team who has tirelessly worked day and night. Rupali Singhal. Tirelessly, they have worked to try, you know, when you read the messages on WhatsApp, when you see the poll, when you see everything, this is the team that has worked. Rupali, Purnima, Tushar, Shweta, Preeti, they have worked tirelessly every single moment. I used to receive messages, madam, they have answered questions at 1:36 a.m. in the morning on WhatsApp. They have been at it and on it to make this a big success. So please, yes, without them, we are nothing. Thank you so much for being a part of this workshop. And now if we may please proceed for lunch because we have the STARS event to follow. Yeah, sure. Oh, they are very busy with the registration of the STARS. Maybe after the... all the spokes can have a group photo outside. Here it will be too many.
Otherwise, you're going to be here for 3 hours.